Missy Allen. Come on, give it up for Missy Allen. She's great. I went to school down the street in Nutley. History was my worst subject. Pretty good at math, pretty good at science, no good at history. And luckily, my grandfather, who wasn't born in this country, he was a history buff. He loved American history. He loved this country so much, and he loved its rich history. And I was about 11 years old, and we were studying the Declaration of Independence. And I said, call him up. I said, Grandpa, can you help me out with this? I don't know too much about it. He said, this is the greatest document ever written. I said, why do you say that? He says, in the preamble, I don't know how to do the Italian accent for preamble, but he said, they give us three things. I said, what is that, Grandpa? He goes, numero uno is a life. Life is beautiful. He's right. Numero due, they give us a liberty. In my country, we had no liberty. I breathe fresh, clean, free air in this country. I said, no, what's number three? He says, the third thing is the prosciutto of happiness. I said, Gramps, you had to get this wrong. The prosciutto of happiness? He goes, absolutely. The prosciutto. Evidently, Italian ham made this guy smile. I've been worried about this all night. I'm standing right here in front of you. And I want you to move over just a little bit. When this thing launches, it's going to take both eyes out. Now, I'm serious. I'll tell you what, I feel like 30 pounds of sausage in a 10-pound bag. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. And by the way, the prosciutto of happiness follows me wherever I go. I just want you to know that. What, you thought I was kidding? Prosciutto of happiness, right there. It's cheap, right? Don't say it was cheap. My daughter made it. She did a good job. Let's hear it. She makes all my clothes. You see it over there? Prosciutto of happiness? Prosciutto of happiness. We're going to sell this thing until... The second thing we talked about was the Constitution. Grandpa never finished the word. It was Constitution. Come on, Louise, we're going to go on vacation. You know guys like this, they don't finish the word, right? He says, but what I don't like, what's not so good, is the amendments to the Constitution. I says, well, what are you talking about? He goes, Luigi, the word Italians had nothing to do with this, because if they did, it never would have been these amendments. I says, well, tell me what you mean. He says, the First Amendment, freedom of speech. This isn't no good. You're supposed to keep your mouth shut. You don't say a fucking word. Anybody asks you, you know nothing. I can understand that. Because growing up, he used to tell me great Italians really framed the framework of our Constitution. He said, Don Giorgio Washington. He said, Giovanni Hancock. And Ben Franklin. I said, what's the matter with Ben Franklin? He wasn't Italian? He said, no, but his shoes were. This guy, I don't... Then he goes on to the Second Amendment. He says, Louis, you know what the Second Amendment is? I said, sure, Pops, I know what it is. It's the right to bear arms. He said, this isn't no good either. I said, why not? You ever see these Mameluke American women walking around, these big women? The right to bear arms? They should have kept their arms covered, Luigi. Come on, please. I know. All right. I got to get my cheat sheet here for my friend Eddie. Ladies and gentlemen, next up. Keep it going now. Let's go. For Eddie Clark. Here we go. You've seen him on House of Cards with Kevin Spacey on Netflix. He's been on HBO. He's got an upcoming Marvel film. And you see them on Comedy Central. Let's hear it for Eddie Clark.